Hello everyone. Hello everyone. Today, today we are going to be looking at two things. We are going to be looking at element in HTML and tag in HTML. So those are the two things we are going to be looking at today. We are going to be looking at element and we also going to be looking at tag. So I guess that everyone already know how to save their file, how to save their folder, and also how to install or purchase Studio Code, because we already done with tutorial on that. So if you have not watched that tutorial, you can go back and watch that tutorial and know how to save your folder and how to install Purchase Studio Code, how to save folder and file in Purchase Studio Code. So today we're going to be looking at HTML element and tag. Those are the things we are going to be looking at today. We're going to be looking at HTML element and their type, the functionality of those types. How can those types be functional? So, because it's very important you know the function of some of those types. It's not like you have to know everything. No, bit by bit, as long as you know some of those functions that make up on web page, you can also be, doing some other tutorial. You go gradually you're going to be learning some of those types. But for the start, we're going to be looking at some of those types that make up an HTML element and their function. And also we're going to be looking at element. So, okay, first of all, we want to know what is an element. An HTML element is defined by a start type, some content, and an end type. Okay, as you hear that, an HTML element is defined as a start type and an end type and the end type. So in an HTML element, you have to get a type. So it's very important before you get a type, you have to mean that you already have an element. And before you have an element, you have to get a type. So we go to type. What is a type? Okay. So what is an HTML type? So now we want to know what is an HTML type, right? An HTML type is a piece of markup language used to indicate the beginning and the end of HTML element. So you see, this compulsory before you get element, you have to get a type. And before you get a type, you have to get an element. That's the only way it's going to function. So you cannot get a type and you cannot get an element and you expect it to function without a type. For common example, I say H1. So how can this H1 be function? This H1 is an element or HTML element. How can this H1 be function? You cannot put anything within this H1 to say it's going to function, but definitely it's going to give on the web page just like this. So this HTML element, this H1 element cannot be function without a type. So definitely you have to get a type before functioning with an HTML element. So for common example, for type 2, you cannot do like this or get this angle bracket and then you expect it to function, because it's an HTML or that is a piece of makeup language that is formed that have of an HTML element within it, right? So you cannot get a type like this. You expect this type to function. Definitely, nothing is going to function like this. Even we open this web page, is not going to function. You're not going to see any functionality of this HTML element. First of all, we have this type. We have this type. This dot type. Okay. So what is the function of this dot type? What is the function of this dot type? Okay, a dot type is a type of version of an HTML. a dot type is the type of version of an HTML. So what does this mean? This means that this type determine the version of an HTML. Which HTML document are you coding? HTML4, HTML5, which of the HTML document are you coding? So for this, we are coding in HTML5, which is the new version of HTML. This is what we are coding now. So after the dot type, we have the root type. The root type. So the root type is this. This is the root type of HTML. This allow you, so this is the root type of an HTML element. This allow you to put all your content, your heading, your body type, and your content within this or that. The only way if you are coding, you have a compulsory, you have this type. If you don't have this type, if you try to code, definitely this document is not going to recognize if this is an HTML or a document we are calling. So it's compulsory we get this type. We get this HTML type whenever we are calling. So after this type, we also have the heading type. We also have this type called the heading, the head type. This is a head type. The head type, it contains a metadata about the document, such as the title and the link to a start sheet. So, and it also contains a title, which is the title of your website. For example, google.com, copper.com, the title of your website, or for example, any title you decide to put in your website. Okay. So for common example, we are doing basic HTML. We say basic HTML. This is our title of our website. We also, in all those are tagged. We are going to come to it. So this is a function of a heading. A heading contains a metadata about the document, such as the title and the link of HTML. We also have a link, which to link the or your HTML document and your starting document, which is CSS. So this heading allow you to add your link to your website, your title to the website. Also, the one that link the HTML and the CSS together. So, and we also have the body type. We also have the body type. So this is the body type. So what is the function of the body type? Okay. The body type contains the visible content of a document. So you see, a heading type does not contain a visible content. It contains a content that is not visible, that cannot be seen on the web page. So for common example, the title cannot be seen on the web page. It can only be seen at the compriser. Also, the the link, the link cannot also be seen at the web page. The link there to connect your HTML document and your CSS document. So it is not visible. But for the body type, it is an HTML content that is visible on the web page. So for common example, we have like this, we have H2. So whatever document, whatever I put in here is going to be seen on the web page. Everything that we wrote in here is going to be seen on the web page. It's definitely going to be seen on the web page. So whatever we put in here is definitely going to be seen on the web page of that HTML. So this is the body type. The body type is fixable, but the heading type is not fixable. So okay, within this heading type, like we say, within this heading type, like we said, we have other type. So we have this type, we call it what? The meta. We have the meta type. We have the meta type. We have the meta type in an HTML element, in a heading element or type. We have a meta tag. We also have another tag we call in a meta tag also. We also have another meta tag here. So, so these are all tagged from within our heading tag. These are all tagged from within our heading tag. So, and we also have the main tag. The main also have the main tag. Then we also have the title. They will say first commerce. Okay, so these are the type that is found within a heading. These are the type that is found within a heading. So this one is there to tell you the viewpoint of this document. It tell you the size of the HTML document. For common example, if we want to size in our HTML in or we want to make our HTML document responsive, we have to use this meta type, which is the name attribute is the viewpoint. The name attribute is the viewpoint, and the content attribute is the weight device weight, telling you that you can make this web page responsive on any website. It gave you it gave you the website the size of that web or that that particular device that you are going to put your content on. So we have to use this meta type within our heading type. So we come to the link. We come to the link. So the link is there to connect your HTML element and your CSS element, your HTML content and also your CSS content together. Because HTML there to 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 bring out the content, and then the CSS is there to starting those content. So it's compulsory if you want to use your HTML, your CSS within its own template, we have to use this link to connect those two together. But you can also use, if you don't want to use this link, you can also use this title. You can also use this tag. This one is there for common example. If I'm coding and I don't want to use export template for CSS. I just want to use my CSS code and my HTML code as one in this one. So we can also use here, we can also use this one to code our CSS to make our CSS start to starting our CSS right in here. But I would advise you not to use this because it's going to be a lot of coding, you're going to make sometimes mistake. So it's compulsory, it's good that you separate them. You separate the HTML document from the CSS document. So if we separating the CSS document from the HTML document, we use link. So for common example, you see here star.css. Star.css. This star.css is stand for this CSS star.css here, this other page here. So here we're going to be using this side to do we so here we're going to be using this side to put our CSS starting right in here. It's going to take effect on our HTML page. We're going to be looking at all those things, but for now, I just show you how can you combine your HTML with your starting together. So here we have background, have background color. You can change your background color to any other color. So if we change this background color like this, it's going to take effect on this HTML body document because we call it here body. Call this body. So it's going to take an effect on the HTML document. We're also going to be looking at all those things, but for now, I just showing you those types, the functionality of those types. So in here also, like I said, we also have the title in here too. So this is the title. The title, we all know the function of the title. So now we come in this HTML except in the body tag. So in the body tag is fixable. Anything we put within this body tag is going to be fixable apart from the tag it says. Apart from the tag it says. But every element that we put, every content that we put within the body tag is going to be fixable. So for common example, like okay, let me say P, and this is a P tag. Say if we say this, so this would be there soon. This content is going to be showing on the web page of that HTML document. This entire content here is going to be showing on the web page of that HTML. So every element that is found within this HTML is going to be every content that is found within this HTML body is going to be fixable. It's going to be seen on the web page. So this is where we put all our content to be visible on our web page. So here is it. So as you can see, like we were saying, in this body type, this is where everything is going to be fixable in your body type. Everything in this body type is going to be fixable. So we're going to be looking at other We're going to be looking at other things within this body type. So, like we said, all your content is going to be directly within this body type. So, we're going to be looking at different type that's going to be functioning within a body type. Okay. So, for the body type, we have this type, we have the H1 type. The H1 type have the H1 type. We have H2, H1, H2, H2, and we have H3 type. We have H4 type. The H4 type. We have the H5 type. And we have the H6 type. So, what is the importance of those types? What is the importance of those types? The age from age 1 to age 6 is a heading type. From age 1 to age 6 is a heading type. This is a heading type. For example, if you have your content, if you are creating your content, you have to get a heading, you have to get a sub heading, all those heading. So we have H1, H2. So from H1, the H1 to H6 type is a heading type. From H1 to H6 is a heading type. So we have H1, H2. So the differences between from H1 to H2. H1 is the biggest, H2 comes next to H1, and H3 comes next to H2. So the lower the number, the highest the content, and the highest the number, the lower the content. So guys, we save and then see you on our web browser how it's going to appear. Let's see how it's going to appear on the web browser. So as you can see, H1, this is H1, this is H2, this is H3, this is H4, this is H5, and this is H6. So the lowest the number, like I said, the lowest the number, the biggest the content, and the highest the number, the lowest, the smallest the content begin. So this is our heading type. So we have another type. We have another type again. So let us look at the P type. Let us all look at the P type. This is our P type. So what is the function of the P type? The P type is the paragraph type. Is where we put all our paragraphs that is found on the web page. For example, in this P type, okay, so we save this and see it on our web browser. So as you can see here, this is our paragraph tag. Like we say, the P tag is the paragraph tag. It's where we run all our words, our paragraph. So for common example, we have our heading tag, like for let's say H2 tag, we say be there. So this is our heading tag, and this is our paragraph tag. So we save this and then see it on our web browser. So as you can see here, this one is in bold and this one is just a plain type. As you can see here, it's just a plain type. So this tag is our paragraph tag and this one is our heading tag. So we all know what is a heading and what is a paragraph. So for common example, if you want to make this one for a common example, we also have different type of heading tag. We have the subheading tag. We also have the main heading tag. So for common example, if you have a subheading and a main heading, you can also add this like each one to be your main heading. So we make H1 to be our main heading and we make H2 to be our subheading. So this is it. As you can see, the H1 is bigger than the H2. So this one is our main heading and this one is our subheading and this one is our paragraph. So we have our paragraph. And one thing you guys need to know, we have two type of tag. We have a closing tag and we have an opening tag. And also we also have an element that only have a closing tag, that only have a opening tag. There's no closing tag. Sorry. We also have an element that only have a or opening tag, but there's no or close tag. We're also going to be showing you those elements that only have that only have opening tag is with no head or closing tag. So this is our P tag. So like I say, our P tag is a paragraph tag. Now be show on the web page. Our P tag is a paragraph tag. So we also so again, for common example, we also have this tag. We also have another tag like this. The also have our div tag. This div tag is a tag that contain a or paragraph. It contain a paragraph tag. It also contain a heading tag. For common example, so like we say, a div tag is a tag that contain a paragraph and a heading tag. It contain a content within our web page. For common example, if we want to separate our content for different site, we have this one. We have this one. This is our first div. Put in like this div one. So if we check on our web page, it's not going to make any changes on our web page because this one is just there to to separate our content different, to separate our contents different. This div is only there to separate our content different. If you have like 4 or 5 content, for example, we have our on our web page, we have about page. On the web page, we have about, we have homepage, we have, you have about different set of pages. You have to use this div tag with there. So this one is going to be one page, this one is going to be another page. So we are also, and also help you to starting this step also help you to start to understand your starting in CSS whenever you are starting your content in CSS. So when you are using your div tag, it's also help you to start in your content in your CSS. So for current example, we have this tag, this one content, we have another content here. So refresh our page and then we see. So as you can see, this one here is one, this one here is in a one box, and this one here is in extra box. So how are we going to know this one is different from this one? So we're going to know in our CSS. want to know in our CSS. Here is where we want. So as you can see here, this one is different from this one. So as you can see here, this one, we already separate them. We have this one is our div, and this one is our what? Our another div. This one is another div. This one is another div. So let us put it in a box. Let us stick it on here and put it in a box so you can understand the color. So let us see. Let us put it back and see how this one is going to function. How can this one function? So we save this and show it on our content. So as you can see, this one is different from this. This one is different from this one. So border padding. Oh, so as you can see the difference here. So this is the function of this of the div tag. This it give you it separate your content. The div tag help you to separate your content different. So if you have a lot of content with on your web page, you can use the div tag to separate your content. So this is the div tag that we just use to separate our content. Our content. So you can have as much as you want content. You can have as much as you want. So you have the 4, 5, 6, 7. You have as much as you want. So if we load this page, as you can see here, we have this one is one content, this one is another content, this one is another content, and this one is another content. So the H1 element or tag is found within the div tag. You can put your H1 element, your P tag element, and also other element within this div tag. It help you to separate your content from to know the difference of your content. It also help you to it also help you on the Chrome browser to make the Chrome browser to understand how your content is working on your web page. Enough of all this. We take all this out. So we come here, we have another tag again. We have another tag. We call this one is crown tag. This stuff have another tag here called it contact. This tag help you to bold your content, your paragraph. For common example, if I'm a, if I have a paragraph and I want to separate it, I want to make this paragraph bold from different from this other paragraph from this other wording. If I want to make this word bold different from this other wording, I can also use my strong tag. So you can also use the strong tag. You put it in here. So if we use our strong tag, this one is going to be different from all this content. So we save and refresh. So as you can see here, this one is different from the other content. Here, sorry, it's here. Save now, then we come back and then we see. Okay, still making errors. Okay, thank you. So as we can see here now, this one is different from all this other word here. This one, you say, I will be with you in time. So as we can see the difference here, this one, this I would be with you in time is different from please. So the please here is found in a bold type. This place here is found in a bold. So if you want to make your tag bolding, you want to make your tag your content different from the others, you can also use your scroll tag to make your content different. So this is the function of this scroll tag. And we also have another tag like this too. For example, we also have this one, this other tag that do almost is that do the same function. So we have this one, we see this span. We also have the span tags type that do the same function too. But this one, it help you to starting it in your CSS. So here, you're not going to see any change right now. You're not going to see any change here right now in the span type. But if you want to see the change within with all the span tags, we come back to CSS. We come to CSS, you see span, okay, and say color red. So now we're going to see the change on this span type. And then we come here, refresh. So as you can see, this color turn right. So we can also use this one to increase the size. You see, font size. You see, 30px. We can also use this to increase the size. So as you can see, it increased. So with this pantas, we can use this pantas to study our element, our specific element on that content. We can use these patterns to start our specific element. So if you want to start on this element, you can also use this pattern to do this. So the difference between this contact, you can use it within this definite in each your HTML definitely is going to take function. It's going to make your text book. But you can also use this contact the same way we use this pattern. For common example, we come back one tight. For for this between span tag, we can also use it as so. So the span tag and the span tag is what similar. So we save this. So it's going to see the same thing. It's not going to change. As you can see, the only changes here, it just make the text bold because for the span tag or the span tag is there to make your content bold. So after making your content bold, you can still use it in your CSS to do auto styling. You can use it to change your color. So as you can see, we're going to change this color to blue also. Come back, we refresh. You see here, change to blue. So we can also change this content to blue. Okay, so in over all this, so we come back again. We so I think we already understand the span type, the strong type, the P type, the H1 to H6 type. And then we have another type. We have another type again. So let me show you the heading type. the header title. So header title. This is a header title. So in this header title, we can add our what? Our heading. The header tag. I'm sorry. In this header tag, we can add where we can add our logo, our menu, all those things as can be formed within the header tag. So for common example, we want to add our logo, like for image. I don't have any image right now, so I'm not going to see. I don't have any image right now, so you're not going to see that. Okay, let me open this. So here we can add our image, we can add our logo here up here. We also add our menu. So in adding our menu, we have this, we have, okay, so okay, this type, image type, SRC, call this function, and then we're going to call something within our photo or in our photo folder. So if we have anything within our photo folder, for example, let me put something in my photo folder so we can know what we are doing. So we're going to use this one. So we're going to use this in our, here we say PHOT photo slash. We're going to also be looking at all, these are all attributes, but we're going to be looking at them shortly in our next video, the function of those attributes. So we're just looking at the type and how those types work. That's what we're looking at. So we save this and then come here and refresh. So as we can see here, we see the level of here. So it's just a common example. We're using this as our logo. So we can also starting this this image element. So like I was saying about the element, so we have some element that only have or opening tab. There is no closing tab. Like for example, common example, this element is an image element. It don't have or closing tab. It only have opening tab. There's no closing tab. So we can also use this. We can also start this to make this one small as our logo. So this one can be fun. We can use this in our heading. we can also use this image tag anywhere, but we just want to show you how the, the heading or tag function. So, and this heading tag is there to recognize things on your Google or on your Chrome browser. Is there for your Chrome browser to recognize how your content is structured on your web page. So in here we also have another one. Also have another one we call the session. Also have another one called the session. So all those things help you to structure your content good on your content browser. It helps Chrome to recognize how your content is structured. Yeah, these are all that help you to structure your content on your content browser. So whenever you are coding, you have to use this one, the heading, you have to use the section, and you have to use the floater. The floater. How to use the floater. So this floater is where your address go at the bottom, where for common example, if you go on a web page, you go at the bottom of that web page where you see the person contact, their address of the web of that website, everything their social media pages. You also see this those things at the footer of their webs or of their web content. So all those things help your content writer to recognize how your content is or structured within your web page. So whenever you are structuring your content, you have to use the heading, the section, and the footer. These are the things you have to use. It help your content writer to recognize your content very good. It also help you to recognize on our SEO content how your content is going to show on our SEO. So within this heading, like I said, in a heading where we get our menu, we get our logo, we get other things up here in this heading function. So guys, as we all understand, the heading type and the body type. So we are going to go into, and we also understand the function of the P type. We also understand the function of the div type. So we also understand the function of the H1 to H6. We also understand the P type. We understand the strong and the span type. So we also have another type I'm going to be discussing. So we are going to be discussing another type again. We call this type a UL type. What is a UL type? A UL type is defined as an unordered list. UL type is a type that is defined as an what? Unordered list. So how can we get this UL type? So we get this UL type by putting the bracket and put UL. Okay, open and closes. So how can we see this UL type? How can we see this UL type? So how can we see this UL type? By getting out this UL type, as we all say, this UL type is an unordered list type. So we say UL, LI, and pull for about we save. So this is how we get our UL type. So is and what unordered list type. Unordered list type, it kind of what with the dot unordered list tag, it comes with what we dot. So we also have another tag we call the order list, which is what the OL. So the OL is what the order list tag. So if we save this and we refresh our page, we see it comes from one. So as it goes down, so we get it like this: one, two, three, four, all the way to the amount of number we want to list. It depends what you are listing. So when we count down again, we put another one down. So it's going to start from one all the way to the last number. So when we save this and we refresh our page, as you can see, from one, two, three to four, because we only have one, two, three, four here. So this one is the order list, and the UL is the on order list type. So this is the function of the UL and the OL type. And the LR type it define the type of it define the so the LR type is there to define the list item. So we use the LR type in the OL, we use it, or we also use it in the UL. So it's compulsory when you are using the UL or you are using the OL, you use the LR type. It's defined, it's there to define the list item. Okay. So again, we also have another type like this. So let me just clean this page in this page. So we also have this type, the A type. We also have the A type. So what is the function of the A type? The A type is an angle type. Is an angle type. It's there to give you a hyperlink to a website, to another website. But for common example, if you want to add another website within this website, you add the A tag. For common example, say we want to add Google website within our website. For common example, if the user is browsing, they can leave from our website and go directly to Google website. They can leave from your website to go another website. So you use the angle link to what the angle type. The eta is the angle type. You use this angle type to direct user to another website. So, we use this attribute with SRB. Say so google.com is the website that we're going to be directing our user to. So we save this and then refresh our page. So, okay. Sorry, it's HREF. Okay, HREF. So we save this. So if we click on this page, it's going to go directly to Google website. Just leave here. So let's go to our live server. We have our live server be refreshed. So we refresh with this. It's working. We still getting an error. So probably we are missing the URL for this website. So let's look for Google. So let's look for the URL for Google. So we're gonna look for the URL for Google. It's going to direct us directly to that Google website. So we copy this URL, copy this URL, and then put this within our attribute, in this attribute. So save this and refresh. Time to refresh here. So go back, we copy last server first. Let's copy last server and go back. So now we click this one, it's directly to that website, to this Google website. As you can see, it's directing us to this Google website. We go back to our website that we are building. Here is Google. So we click, if you click this link, it's going to direct you directly to that particular link that you already embedded in your website. So we click this Google, it's going to directly to the Google website. Here is the Google website the link are we better in our website. So this is the function of the what the angle text, which is the A tag, this angle text. Open it up, see what's what. So when we click this, it's going to lead to directly to that website, but it's not going to work here. But if it's not work okay, directly is directing my map. So as you can see, it is directing us directly to this Google website, the link that we add in our website. So for common example, if I come back, so you can understand most, let me put my link. You can and put my also. Let me know from the YouTube channel. This is my YouTube channel, Akuna Water. So I'm going to take this link. It's going to direct me directly to this YouTube channel. So as you can see, when you are creating that hyperlink, you can also add your YouTube, your channel, whatever channel, your Facebook page on your website, your YouTube channel, your Instagram channel, all those sites, you can add all those with this hyperlink. So we take this and add this link directly here. This link, website link. So this is my YouTube channel link, and I save and come here and refresh. So we're gonna see the changes. Come here and refresh. Refresh here. So let me close it again and then reopen it so we can see what we are doing. Okay, so this is Google. Let me just pull Hakuna Matata so you guys can know what we are doing there. So where we are heading to save this so you can see Hakuna Matata. When I click this, it's going directly to my YouTube channel. Directly to your YouTube channel, whatsoever channel or whatsoever link you're gonna put there, it's gonna directly to that link. So as you can see, this is my YouTube channel directly to my user to my YouTube channel. So I'm a user now, it directly to this YouTube channel. So okay guys, so this is the function of this hyperlink. So we're going to be looking at another link, another one again, which is the image type. I think the image type we're going to be looking at the image type. So this is the image type with this. So, so we're going to be looking at the image type. Just use this one, this one. These are live server. Let's do this browser. So we're going to be looking at another tab what we call the image stat. MG. This is the image stat. This stat does not have an closing. It only have an opening. There's no closing tab in this image stat. So for one example, if we want to see this image, if we want to put an image on our website, we use our image type to put image on the website. So we got this attribute like SRC, SRC attribute. We're going to be talking about all those attributes shortly, but it's going to be in the next tutorial. So for today, we're only talking about type. So we call this type attribute, we call our folder. First, we call our folder attribute, our folder where we put our image, and we put our image in our photo folder. So when we were saving our folder, we separate our photo folder from our digital or basic HTML and CSS. So we have to call the photo folder like this. As you can see, it come out photos folder in post slash. Then you put your image, whatsoever image you have. For example, I have this image, Kamara. So I put this Kamara image. So when you save this, you're going to see this image on our website. So here is our image. We are seeing our image on our website. This one here is there to send the image on your website. So this is our image website. Like I say about other type that does not have or closing type, other type that does not have closing. So we have the image type, we have the DRO, which is the break type. We have the HR, which is the line type. This won't help you to create a line. This won't help you to break your content. If you want to break your content, this won't help you to break your content. For common example, we have, like, say, we have this content, like, in our P tag. So if we want to break this or this content, we can use our break tag to break this content. So this be our tag is going to break our content. This be our tag is going to break our content. So as you can see, this one is looking now first. Let me show you how it's going to be shown in a web page before you break. So we come here, as you can see here, this is the content, this is the HR line, this is the line, this is the content. So we're going to put, if we want to break the content here, please come and be part of our channel. So if we want to break this content, we come back here and put PR, right? As you can see here, our content has been break into two. So we can use the PR tag to break our content, and we can also use this or the HR type to join on and our content also. So here, the common example, this one, we can use this our type, HR name, sorry, HR type here to join line between those content. So as you can see, between them here, we have the HR type in between them. Hey guys, please come and be part of our content. So this is the function of the word break type, and this is the function of the our type. Okay. Another type again that we have for if we if we want to get input from our user, we also have this input type that allow you to get input from a user if you're filling a form. If you want to fill a form, you want to get input from the user. We also have the input type, input type that help you get or help you generate form from your generate the input from your user. If you are trying to create a form, we use this type. So we use this attribute. Uh, sorry, step step name. Then we have placeholder, placeholder name, please. So your name. So this is our input type. So when we save here, we're going to see on our WhatsApp, please enter the name. So as a user, you can put in the name. We send we use this as a font. So this this one is an attribute also, but when, like I said, we're going to be talking about attribute. This one is not, it's only going to be telling the user what they need to do within this input. So this placeholder is telling the user, please enter your name. So as a user now, you just come in, put in your name. So we can also have please enter your name. Okay, we have okay email. We have email. Please enter you have this, we have have email, please enter your email and also please enter your number. So depends how what you want from a user. It depends if and what do you want from the user. This is why you want the open. So as you can see here, we have one, two, three input. So this one, please enter your name, please enter your email, and please enter your number. So we also have another one. If you want to get message from the user, this attribute is a what? The message is to collect message from the user. Probably the text area. Text area help you to collect message from your user. So this is our text area. We can collect message from your user here. So you see placeholder. So here you see here message. Here the user can enter their message, whatever message they want to give. User here can enter in their message. Here you put in your first name, your email, and your number. And here you put in your message. So this is how you can get or can generate or form in user. This is how you can generate a form from the user. And we also have another type. So this type, we call it a form type. This is where we're going to put all those other types. So in this form type, we open, we add all those that within this form type. During during this HTML document that this entire input is a form input. So here you can like I said, we're going to be talking about other attribute. You can put in your back in link here where you want your form to go. For example, if you want your form to go in or in for common example, if you want to collect form directly from a database, you can put in a database here through this form, and definitely it's going to be generated from. But right now we are not going to be doing that. We're going to be looking at the input, the type, and their function. So this is the form, and this form is not going to do any changes at the front here. They're not going to see any changes. So like I said, you're not going to see any changes here. So here is it. Okay, this is the form attribute of a form type. Sorry, this is the form type. Okay, guys, so we have a lot of type that we have over 100 plus types, and we cannot cover all those types today. But when we are going to be building our website, we're going to be building some business website. We're going to be looking at all those points that we are not covered in this video. But this is just the basis point that we're going to be using frequently whenever you are coding. These are the basis form or type that you are going to be using. These are the type that I'm just going to be showing you. So guys, we will also be bringing another tutorial on our attribute, how attribute function. This is an attribute. This here is an attribute. We also going to be telling how those attribute function and what is the function of this attribute. So guys, we hope to see you in another video to watch. We want you to watch this video and
tomorrow. Another time we're going to be posting another video on attribute how attributes function within for HTML. I'm going to be telling all those things. So see you guys. Thank you for watching this tutorial.